everybody! Welcome to this stream that's taken quite a while to get together because, my streaming rig does not like the Wii. So, today we're going to be playing Kamen Rider Dragon Knight, which still amazes me that was released on the Wii, but for those who don't know, the same way that footage from Super Sentai was brought and made into Power Rangers, they also tried that with Kamen Rider, taking Kamen Rider Ryuki, the third Heisei rider, and making it into Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. I've never seen Dragon Knight. I've seen clips because it gets passed around Toku Twitter quite a lot, but I've never seen the full series. But I thought this was an interesting concept. It's a fighting game. I played with it a little bit because getting this running was an absolute pain in the bum. But let me go in, because there's something I want to show you, which is why we're starting this way today, because there's some interesting things about this game. Jump over to stream. So obviously we get the traditional Nintendo Wii warnings. This game uses the nunchuck. Yes, you can motion control this. I'm not stupid and I don't want to break myself, so Xbox controller rigged up to be a classic controller. No save file exists. Yep. Everyone wants to be involved in this. Hopefully my audio levels are okay. Oh, I just realised you missed the fun because I had the audio down. Oh, then let me go back so you can see and enjoy.
Kamen Rider Dragon Knight.
So yeah, every time you start the game, you don't get bad music on the menu. You get one of the dubbing actors.
Kamen Rider Dragon Knight.
Some of them sound confused. Some of them sound really bored. Some of them sound like they were only introduced to the name of their own show 10 minutes ago. So now I do know this has a lot of different modes in. So for those of you who haven't seen Ryuki, basically people get cards which give them powers, make them into Kamen Riders, and they fight. It's basically Battle Royale inherently. So at the moment, I don't have cards for anybody. You unlock them by doing the Mirror World, which is effectively one-on-one fights with goals mixed with really dodgy Dynasty Warriors segments. So I do know if we beat Mirror World with Dragon Knight, we unlock Survive, which is his final form. And I really like the armor style for Survive, so they redubbed all the card noises for this game and they all sound wrong.
Let's do this.
Select your card.
Yeah, I only have my finisher card at the moment, my final event. Kit Taylor found the Advent deck, giving him the power to turn into Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. Using this power kit, vow to protect the Earth from General Xanax, as well as find his missing father. He really hit all the squares on tragic backstory bingo, didn't he? This is on a time limit, by the way. So we have like a fixed health bar and a fixed time limit to do all this. Let's do just one of the basic one-on-ones so you get an idea of how this game kind of looks. It's always talk. I think this is the same regardless of what you do. It's always talk. Defeat my opponent. So you have two buttons. Your basically punch and kick. Then a button to use one of your gauges to do your card, and then a finisher, which is when this lights up full. We'll do it now. Annoyingly, the finisher is a grab, so it's so easy to be knocked out of it. Also, kind of bugs me that final vents are not insta-kills. Like, they are in the... they don't do that much damage.
Don't feel too bad.
So yeah, this game isn't too hard. Some interesting modelling choices. Oh, I literally... Oh, I see, that was just a waste of my time. Fair enough. So now here come the Dynasty Warrior segments, which are god-awful. These are really bad. So, defeat your enemies within the field. So, 1, Dragon Knight moves way too fast. Like, everyone just moves way too fast. Now, I got kicked out. So as you probably know, if you've played Dynasty Warriors, moves tend to have very fixed directions. This doesn't. This will kind of auto-aim you, but it won't always be the way you're facing. The game attempts to pick out biggest threat, but that means you'll often be running one way only for it to spin round and try and hit the other. It doesn't work and it feels very awkward. Very, very awkward. Okay. Like, yeah, this does not feel good at all, which is a pity because I've always insisted that Dynasty Warriors would be the best way to do Kamen Rider style combat. It's also, reminds me a lot of like sort of early arcade beat 'em ups on the Capcom System 1 hardware, where you have like a 3-button, you have 2 3-button attacks effectively. And yeah, once you're in those, you're kind of stuck on an axis, which is fine in 2D because you always kind of want to advance, but here you kind of don't. So you end up like in that, like there. If the guy gets booted out of the way, then I'm stuck. I have to keep going. There we go. Ow! That's annoying. I kind of presumed that the final event would have been changed for these to attack like a group of people. In the DS all Kamen Riders games, like even when you do your finish, even though it targets one person... Oh, gotta run back the other way, I think. Like, I love this. This is the arena. Like, there's no verticality. None of this stuff is interactable. It's just a road. But, like, even though your rider kick hits one person, it still damages everybody, which is logical. Okay, let's go again. We get as many points as we can to buy as many cards as we can. Ah, Kamen Rider scissors. My opponent's life is doubled. That's not really a big deal. Obviously, you can see near his health bar, he has all of his cards. This is the least fitting piece of music they could have picked for this game. This is like, hello traveller, welcome to my shop kind of music, not we're having a battle to the death with massive dragons. It's very unfitting. Ah. This game also has some very odd hitboxes because they're, if you play as Siren, the girl, she has a sword. That was his card. She has a sword attack that, because of how the hitbox is, she can knock people who are on. She can hit people who are on the floor. I mean, if you time it just right, you can combo someone to death on the floor. That was the first fight I did in this game when I was getting it to work. I was just tapping buttons and I just had someone on the floor and was just stabbing them. And just, yeah. Okay. Defeat all enemies within the field. Let's keep going. Okay. Yeah, defeat. I love how it tells you that again. Nah. Also, something I've realized now looking at this, a lot of the enemies like don't actually attack you. They'll like group around you, but only 1 or 2 of them will actually try and hit you. That's weird. I wonder if that's a frame rate thing. Like, so they can have more enemies on the screen But I know that's something Hitman 2 does, the recent one. Is it has effectively a load of fake NPCs who, if you kick up trouble, they'll basically all immediately evacuate. So the game doesn't have to like try and do individual like running away in fear for like 500 people. Which, yeah, obviously that would tank the frame rate, so they have, you know, these guys just immediately disappear and thus don't need to have AI, because, yeah. See, look at this, like, some of them just stand there, like, that guy back there isn't doing anything. There we go. Now he's happy to hit me. Any more? Yep. I do like that because, you know, this is still the Wii we're talking about. We can't have a Dynasty Warriors game on the Wii where everyone just starts on the field. We have to spawn them all in. So basically, I've learned in these sections, then let's not bother using our finish because it doesn't really do anything. It kills one person, but I can do that with basic kicks. What is that gesture meant to be? Like, it looks like he's making a very offensive gesture. I've obtained 100 role plays. How do I get... Your opponent is always in guard vent mode. What's guard vent? Ryuki had some beautiful suits. Does that mean he's always blocking or just takes... What? Oh, he doesn't get stunned. Right. Oh, my card is unusable. That's annoying. Can I undo that, or am I just stuck now for the rest of the... Am I actually just stuck now? Like, I just can't use that card for the rest of the fight? What? Oh. Continue. I'm not entirely sure how the game expects me to beat this if I can't knock him down, or I can't, like... So a grab is a thing now. Well, let's immediately final vent him and see if we can do some damage with that. That did so little damage. Oh, so this is really annoying because... What? It means he can advance through hits. Wait. I am very confused what's going on here. See, normally you can knock people out of their final vent, but you can't on him because he's... Not sure how I'm meant to beat this guy when he basically has... Oh, he's jumping. Yeah. Because he can just advance through hits. Or just a fight I've got to lose and then just grind this. Yeah, because if he can just run forward continually, that means, like, I can't... He can hit me out of every hit. So this is just impossible unless I have... Can I go around another way? Because that's just unwinnable, effectively. No, because this is the only way... Oh, so I can't even quit this mode. I have to... What? That's so stupid. I can't quit this mode. I have to... Oh. He's very slow. Because, like, yeah, if you can't stun someone, then your combo just means he just hits you in it. He just hits you every time you combo. There we go. That's an interesting design choice. Also, it kind of makes me sad that the animations aren't different for the stage or for the person you're fighting, maybe. Like, because you're going to be seeing these animations a lot, so you'd think you'd make a couple. Okay. So I get some RP points. Oh, I missed what that said. Can I not... Did I not unlock a car or something? Also, apparently... I can't do character select for some reason. That's weird. Might have to check my buttons. Let's try that again. Let's see what happens.
Select your parent, select your card.
Yeah, so I still only have the one card. Okay, so I can continue that fight I had. I guess that's the thing. I've got to grind up, get cards, go buy the card to counter him, and then come back in later. This is a very odd mode. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of not being able to see the lines either. It reminds me a lot of FTL, like when you'd have the FTL when you'd be playing that, and you'd have a sector where it's like, oh, there's only one really circuitous route to get to the ending. And you won't know that until you get right to the end and find out that even though your FTL points are right near the end, they don't connect for some bizarre reason. Okay. Oh, that's a really dumb challenge. Hey, remember the interesting part of our fighting system? The thing that kind of defines the show? Let's not let you use that. So now instead of being a 4-button fighter, it's a 2-button fighter. Always fun. I love how low res his helmet goes, like during those little segments. Defeat all enemies within the field, not in the field or on the field, within the field. Which is odd because we're just in an alleyway. Like, I like it. It stays true to the Tokyo tradition of filming everything in abandoned industrial areas. Yeah, if you watch like Sentai especially, you'll realize that apparently half of Tokyo is just abandoned warehouses. God, these maps need some variety in appearance, or just like interaction with some stuff would be quite nice. Like, yeah, let me jump off the walls or something. Or throw people into walls. I'm doing all sorts of like movements here to see if I can get like a fireball or something, but no, apparently not. No, just gotta run back. Oh, health. Mine. Kamen Rider jogging night. Oh, there they are. Nope, back this way, lad. Didn't mean to do that. Oh well. There's no kill like overkill. The people who live in these buildings behind us. Like, they're trying to have a nice day, and then here's me bringing my pet dragon to burn things alive. Which way am I going? Now I'm lost. Oh. It's funny, there's always been this thing of making these games into fighters, and they very rarely work as fighters because the fighting style really doesn't gel with how you control fighters in games. The first All Kamen Rider game on the DS is one of the hardest games I've ever played because it has some of the clunkiest controls I've ever used. Like, everything is controlled by leveling, effectively. So you need to level, like, all the different riders up. But it means you don't learn stuff like being able to backdash while blocking until like level 7, which is really annoying because you kind of need that in the entire game. So it means you don't really get to pick your rider, you pretty much stick with O's because he's the one you start with. Defeat all enemies within the field. And, you know, stuff, like so much stuff just interrupts your moves because they take so long. I keep meaning to play the third one, which is X-Aid, on stream at some point. I haven't played that one yet. It's on my list of things to stream. I've been kind of keeping it back, because I think that's the one I'll probably try and finish, so that'll be a couple of sessions. This probably won't be more than one. It's amazing just how, like, just button tappy you can be in this game. Like, it's obviously a kid's game, but still, man. Which is funny because a Nintendo console, the GameCube, had quite possibly the best sort of implementation of this kind of fighting in Beautiful Joe, which was a great game, which had some really neat mechanics and a really neat kind of aesthetic. Really fun to play through. Hard as balls at certain parts, but still quite fun. I keep forgetting I have this to burn some of my energy to just do the dragon. I should do that more often just because it clears people out. Oh. Oh well. My opponent's life slowly recovers. Not really a big deal. I can do a lot of damage here. Spear is such a cool design. Right. I think I can apparently rider kick people when they're on the floor sometimes. That's interesting. It's easier to rider kick them on the floor than it is to actually just like rider kick them when they're standing. Okay. 900 seconds left. I think I'm alright. Defeat all enemies in the field. There they are. Oh god, I'm not a big fan of this like background effect that kicks off whenever the dragon spawns in. It's very nauseating. When I was originally testing this game out, getting it to run, that caused so many problems. Like, that effect, I've had 2 or 3 times where that effect just totally crashed OBS. Just murdered it straight up. It was, frankly, one of the most annoying things I've ever encountered. I swapped the render around and it fixed most of the problems apart from a few little bits of lag here and there, but... Oop. I'm really curious, like, what this area even is. Oh. See, I keep ballsing up, because I keep forgetting that this game isn't as fluid as I want it to be. So I keep trying to like move between my 2 3-hit combos, but there isn't really a way to do so. Because yeah, you're kind of stuck on the one axis the second you start it, and the game's going to aim you towards whoever you think you cannot guard. I've not been guarding very much in this game anyway. Thrust, so called because he has a massive horn. Also, we're fighting in a church. It's a very big church now I think about it. We're going to have the traditional moment of Ultraman and have someone get crucified. I hope so. Ah, the fact that functions as a grab is really annoying. No! Oh, come on! I hit the button, but it didn't let me go. Or it didn't let the cutscene happen. That's so annoying. Sometimes how this game... Because even in this mode, by the way, you still have the... sort of the angling where it will try and target you to your opponent. Because it's trying to sort of be 2D in a 3D plane, and it doesn't work. So you'll have times where the game will just be like, yeah, you're punching thin air for some reason. Okay. Kick. No. Turn around. So the best way to finish a fight, just run at him and smack him in the face. Wait. Yeah, I got 3 rider points. Oh, this is going to be awkward. So Advent means not my final event. Ah! Like they have to be... Well, that's annoying. I could have sworn I hit him there, but apparently the game isn't letting it. That animation. Ooh, okay, if we hit at the same time we do a block? Okay. Oh! This is going to be hard because you can't pull out of that 3-hit combo. If you've started it, the game will finish it. Meaning that if I've got to perfectly time. We do have a block me, by the way, that's the blue thing. Oh, he can teleport through it. Bloody hell. Okay, that... Thankfully, the dumb hit detection worked for both of us there. See, the hit detection seems really good at pulling off that. Oh. See, like that. Sometimes you can hit people on the floor. Sometimes you can't. Oh. There we go. You have to be so careful. What? How do I get to the... How do I get to the boss? Please tell me it's actually spawned a route to get to the boss. Enemies, field, kill. Yep, I'm on this one, lads. Okay. Ooh, punchy, punchy. I like, yeah, obviously they have the one vocal effect, so whenever you do your 3-hit, you get the now what? It's just funny because it goes off even when you're punching thin air. Nope, wrong way, Dragon Knight, this way. No, this way as well. Come on. There we go, lad. This really does have that feel of those games where you don't really feel like you're controlling the character as much as you are giving them general, like, sort of suggestions, and then they'll maybe do what you want them to 9 times out of 10, but sometimes they just won't. No, no, still more. Oh, there they are. Okay, can I... Yeah. So does this mean he's going to repeatedly final vent me? Yeah, card gauge at max means he can just repeatedly final vent. I keep thinking I can air combo him by doing that kick into the air, but it doesn't actually do that. Oh! Oh! You've got to let the AI get right to their feet before you're allowed to hit them. The AI can just hit you regardless of where you are. What's he even doing? Is he healing himself or what? Can't. I'm gonna go into this fight with basically no health again. He's not too weak, he's still got... There we go. That's an awkward... That's a very awkward fight. Like, I'm not really sure if I'm a fan of some of these modifiers. Just... Oh, my boss is just defeat all enemies? Really? I kind of thought I'd be fighting one of, like, the other riders again. Ooh, slightly different environment though. Because like, yeah, obviously like there is an issue with fighting games is trying to make sequential fights feel different to each other. So you get stuff like Street Fighter Alpha has the 2-on-1 fight with Judy and Junai near the end. Mortal Kombat has can't remember the guy's name now, but who turns into other people, and then has Goro, who even though he fights very similarly, you know, does look very different to what you've encountered. But I think giving someone like full finisher constantly just kinda isn't really fun. Oh, that pattern is starting to make me feel really sick. Basically, whenever I hit that button, I just have to look away from the screen for a brief moment, because, God, that's nauseating. See, like, again, this guy... I hear footsteps, there's more of them. There we go, come on. Ooh, did he just rider kick me? Oh, hello, it's actually a different... Oh, hey, it's a guy who can use... Nope, missed. Oh, I didn't. Ah, so the boss is someone who can use other cards during this fight. Yeah. He's right on the bum. Oh! This isn't the best fight to have this in, because I can't see where he is. This is the problem with this, I cannot see him. No. No! Oh my god, he's behind me again. No! Can I advent? There we go. Oh, that is not a place you want to be. Is it not over? Really, this one dude. One more dude. Hello, level pacing. What? So it bugs me how many hits. Oh, was he gonna... Oh, no, another one. Oh, so the level just ends in the middle of the street with me punching a minion. Kit defeated Xanax. Oh, was that Xanax? Returning the world to peace. Kit also rescued his father from Xanax's lair. Saying blood is thicker than motor oil, Kit and Frank look at each other and smile. Kit decides that he will continue to fight for peace and defend his loved ones. Blood is thicker than... I guess, like, because Ryder, he has a, like, I bet they played into the bike mechanic thing. I just... Ooh, funky. English voice, who is the... Oh, Johnny Young Bosch, he's done. What's he done? Can't remember. Wow, they're literally called Trash Mob A and Trash Mob B. Oh, let's not talk about Spear's voice actor. Oh, I didn't realise that. I wouldn't have streamed this if I'd have known. That's like, devs, don't call your mob trash mob. Don't point out how little you cared. Yeah, obviously I'm betting. Ooh, getting a bit city pop. Yeah, obviously I think there was a. No, okay. Was there a Ryuki game? I think there was, but if I recall, a lot of the models for this are ripped out of one of the Climax Scramble games, which are the big, like all the riders together, 3D fighters that they do. There's one on the Wii, not Wii. This is the Wii. There's one on the Switch, ZO Climax Scramble. I'm not going to skip these credits. I'm kind of worried that I'm not going to get Survive if I do that. So, but hey, this marks now the second game we've completed on stream, and I completed it in under an hour. That's what I call efficiency. But yeah, this had also all the models from this, and I think some of the animations are ripped out of the other game, which would explain why they feel so gluey and why like the 3-hit combo just feels so awkward. I'm gonna have some coffee while we enjoy the Director of Business Development and Licensing. Oh, the European Sales Executive. European PR? I don't remember this, like even being a thing in Europe. I don't think Dragon Knight was even shown in Europe. Or maybe it was shown in like France or somewhere. It was not shown in the UK, I don't think. Chairman of the board. Aww. These are shots from the show. I'm not sure if these are from... Because they did shoot extra footage for Dragon Knight. That was just, again, like Power Rangers got some extra footage shot with the suits just to help fill in the gaps. There's Mr. Toei. John Toei. The bringer of wonderful rider things. Special thanks to Digifloyd. The cybernetic Plink Floyd. This is going on for quite a while. Is this it? Hello? Saving. Obtain the survive mode card. Unlock another character. Okay. Again, I'm not sure why it won't let me do anything with cards here. Options? Do I have to buy them? Is that it? No.
Kamen Rider, Dragon Knight.
Let's see who I unlocked. There, survive. Do a one-on-one versus the computer quickly. Normal difficulty, please. Or is survive just a... Yeah, because you can also get survive Wing Knight.
Let's do this.
Survive.
Select your card. Select the stage.
Let's go. Oh, ungrateful. Let's go back to the church and have a good old Catholic beat up. Survive. Is it just a model switch, or do I get?
You're going down.
No, I get.
Like $1 million.
Round one.
Oh yeah, this is the thing. It doesn't come up in that mode because just doesn't. But in this game, like for the round starts, you can move. I'm not sure if that's an issue with the emulation, or if that's actually a thing. Oh, got immediately knocked out of it. Like this, yeah. I can just run around before the round starts. Oh. That's a fun combo. Ah. Oh my! Turn around. As I raise my arm at you in disgust. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to go back and do... There is a practice, isn't there? Yes. If I do practice, can I just want to know what his...
Let's do this. Let's do it.
I can't change my cards at all. Church. Siren, of course, has the funniest final event that involves attacking people with a giant robotic swan. I'm not joking. This. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, love. When he's driving a motorcycle at you which is shooting fire, don't just yell stop it. To main menu, please. Stop it! Stop trying to hit me with your motorcycle which is shooting fire. It's also not that impressive. Fair enough. I guess it does damage. Okay, obtain cards by using RP, rider points. You've collected... Right, so I definitely have rider points. I'm very confused. Give me a brief moment. I want to just quickly check how my... Make sure my controller's set up okay. Trigger L, trigger R. I'm not entirely sure what the game wants of me here. It's one of those where the controls are a little bit weird. This also could just be card mode. Okay. How do I... Oh, I unlocked cards for everyone but the character I was playing as? What? Confine vent, return vent, strike vent, guard vent, shoot vent, and return. Yeah, shoot vent. It's by return vent. Okay. So I can block confine vent. Fair enough. Talk. Oh, yeah, talk to the gun as a thing. Okay. There's an arcade mode. I don't think you really unlock anything by doing that is the issue. I think you have to do the mirror world. Let's try mirror world again.
Select your character.
Understood.
Let's do Wayne Knight.
Your card.
Because he has... Let's try and get his survive form. Len is the only surviving Kamen Rider from Jesse Ventura after Xanax took control. As Wing Knight, he went to Earth and gathered other Kamen Riders to battle against Xanax's attempt to take over another world. And everyone has to kick the shite out of Torque as their first thing. Defeat my opponent. Well, I got a mile Wing Knight, and both Wing Knight and Siren have thought ahead and brought a knife to the supernatural monster fight. Then again, Torque, you would think, would also be doing well because he decided to bring a gun. Alas, he seems to forget he has it quite a bit and never really fires it. I can't get over the voice they have for the card. It just sounds so like vaguely depressed continually. Winner! Existence is pain. I'm a card-based robot. Ah, I like the lizard design. Yeah, they have it.
That's right. This ends here.
There we go. This is great. I love it. Yeah, it makes him a cape. And then he gets to charge at him. It looks great in the show, actually. Oh.
This ends here.
Doesn't look as good in the game. As for weapon control, this certainly isn't Soul Calibur. Certainly is not. Which is a pity, because Soul Calibur has some really nice sword play. Oh, now that...
That's right.
See, that...
This is here. I'll do it.
Ah! Ah, yes, I remember that part of the show where everyone started jumping over each other and then missing. Yeah, this game, as I point out, there's that little bar below your health. That's your block gauge, apparently. So you can't hold block continually, but it doesn't really matter because of how everything kind of works. Are we confined them to do something? What? Blocking is one of those fighting games. There's quite a few where blocking feels inherently pointless because everything does so much damage. Oh, this is gonna be an awkward fight. And backing off doesn't really give you anything.
This ends here. This ends here. This ends here.
So I'm realizing a meta here is that because of the sword doesn't knock people. Oh no. Oh, I gotta do that again because I hit the wrong button. It's because Wing Knight's sword combo doesn't end by knocking someone down. You can kind of chain it together hilariously.
This ends here. That's right. Dare you?
If you time it right, you can just like knock. You can get, as long as you kind of are able to stop just before that last slash, you're able to keep them standing and then just keep. Oh, balls. Reading what? Oh, the disc, presumably.
Fight.
Hello. Oh, the sword actually does a bit of a sort of an AoE kind of thing going on. That's quite nice. It will make this bit a little easier. Huh. Wow. I'm going to be honest. This is way better with Wing Knight. I think because of the sword. Like, there's still that annoying, like, sort of magnet pull, pulling me towards enemies. But I think because the sword kind of has this AoE kind of thing going on, it doesn't feel as bad because I can easily sort of work my way through crowds. Huh. See if that holds out the more I play. Yeah, look, I'm hitting all three. And again, they don't go flying as much as they do with the Dragon Knight moves. Like, I don't feel... Like, I don't feel as... I still don't feel like in control, like with the really good Dynasty Warriors games. You still feel like decently in control of your character, but... This is certainly less frustrating. You are still stuck doing the hit combos, though. Yeah, definitely how the sword registers hits is really helping. I'm having the same problem when I go for my punch. It's just the fact the sword has a much bigger line of what it can hit. So I have to be less accurate with it, which means I don't feel I'm missing all the blooming time.
Mission complete.
Yes, mission complete. I ran down an alleyway and slashed up a load of people. Oh. Doing an advent card? What's an advent card? Dear game, please explain your own mechanics.
Fight.
Punch me. Failed.
Stupid.
Hey, guess who's consulting a guide? Let's look up information on games. Dragon Knight Advent Card. How do I Advent card? Fill your power meter at the bottom by blocking attacks or doing attacks. Once you have all four bars, let your opponent hit you while you block. I see. Oh, so it's basically a timing thing. I love the fact that this is just... I'm just finding loads of people going, what the hell? How do I do that? Yeah. Ah, dear Tekken man from 9 years ago, you are totally right. They should have called it an advent counter, because that would have made more sense. There we go. Cool. So what we have to do here, children, is we have to get 4 bars I'm sure I'm getting bars regardless of what I'm doing. Punch me. No, I hit the wrong button.
This is it.
Tits.
This ends here.
Tits, tits, tits. I hit the wrong button.
This ends here.
Oh, fuck it. Okay, so that's what he's doing. He's doing the... Okay. This time, let's hit the right button.
Here. Good one.
There we go.
No. Is that all you got?
That does so little damage. Here's a mechanic that's inherently useless because it doesn't really do any damage to your opponent. Like, why would you do it when you can save up for the final event and just... Right. Oh, I haven't done his, Oh, God. Right way. It really does feel like I'm playing with someone with delirium tremors. So I've wasted a lot of time because of the time for the vomit effect. Basically, your enemy can't attack you if they're motion sick, I believe the logic of that move. Where's the rest of them? Who wants slashing? Come on, lads. This is just there to waste your time. How do we make this time limit actually a factor in gameplay? Let's make you run around trying to find where the enemies actually are hiding. Okay, I received a card. See the next area. I mean... yeah, I guess... this looks like the most logical route, but I can't see in advance, I'm not sure. Defeat all enemies in the field.
That's right. This ends here.
And remember, you gotta do this with every character to unlock everybody. I'm not gonna be doing that because I respect myself. I'm just curious what how Survive Wing Knight looks. Okay. So I wouldn't mind getting some cards for some people, being able to use them a bit. I'm curious how useful, like, these extra cards are, because the game makes a big deal about, oh, you can unlock them all, but, like, in lore, they're all weaker than your final vent, in theory. Because each person's final vent is meant to be, like, their ultimate attack. So... like, while we've seen a couple of them that can do interesting things, like stop opponents using cards, or also stop,
Mission complete.
you know, like block out certain cards, give you a shield, like, I don't know, it feels weird that this game already feels like I'm not sure if I need them or not, so it's weird I'm having to unlock them. There they are. Hello, lads, just stand there, don't come in and help. Where's the next ones? Come on. Who wants to be poked with a sword? Who wants sword pokey times? Do you want sword pokey times? Yes, you do. You cannot guard. That's not too bad. Oh. See, I thought this was random, and I'm beginning to. Now I'm beginning to wonder: is like the sort of like not the situation's random, but it's like there's a fight with this guy where you can't block, and then that will appear at random at some point during all of this. I'm having way more luck with defeat your opponent with a final event. Oh, this could be awkward. This is going to be awkward because obviously, you know, you don't get that many options to use one during a fight. Win Knight is way easier because you can just lock people in with this sword, man. Thank you. There we go. I got really lucky. He knocked me out of my combo. Would have killed him. 2-hit combo. I don't get why it shouts about combos during these, because they don't look that impressive when my basic combo is 4 to 5 hits. Then my super is just 2 hits. Okay. Oh, we're back in the docks, children.
That's right.
Just wasting time, stabbing on the dock of the bay. Making vomity tunnel attacks because, God. Like, I'm literally having to turn my head whenever that goes off because it does make me feel quite sick. So I've had this also become, in this mode, a one-button fighter because the sword has better priority, a better combo, can hit people on the ground, and means I have to be as accurate with my aiming. So I just... So it's just, yeah, why use the very short range, easy to miss punch when I can just run around with my sword out? If you're gonna come to a fight, always bring a knife. So where's the guy? There he is. Ah, shit. This guy's hard because... Oh, this is Siren? Where is he? Camera, let me... Camera, let me focus on him, please. Okay, so that time I didn't have to run back and deal with some extra people. That is also a really terrible boss fight. Oh god. Len finally defeated Xanax, protecting the Earth and releasing the Venetians in captivity. However, there are other worlds behind the mirrors and other potential threats. Len vows to keep fighting and protect Jesse Ventura and Earth. Okay, can I skip these? Like, I love this because obviously this is a summary of the show, but it's done so, like, piecemeal. Yep. Survive mode card, log mode character. Who I'm presuming is...
Select your character.
Let's go back into training and just immediately show off what Survive Mode Wing Knight can do.
Select your
See, now I'm curious, will Survive Mode give me different text?
I'll take you on.
select your card. Select the stage.
I'm gonna try that. Also, in 1 minute 20, I basically finished this game twice, which is odd. Also, this is a really neat suit. I really like it. Like, in the show, it looks really good. Huh. This is much less impressive than, I guess, yeah, it makes sense Ryuki's be the most impressive, but still. What cards do I have now? Oh, I've got... Why am I getting cards for Torque, who I haven't used? What? I'm so confused. Like, so how do I unlock cards by just beating people, I guess? That's Mirror World again. Normal. What I do this 2 more times, I think. I want to show off Siren because I love her final vent. Case lived through a Xanax's attack on Jesse Ventura, unknown to Len. Alone, she battled as Kamen Rider Siren against Xanax's minions to protect Ventura and save the Earth. Eventually, she met up with Len and Kit and stood with them against Xanax. Also, female rider, so I'm a big fan. So yeah, so you saw that, you know. Yep, 2 lines on it. Dragon Knight obviously has a big dragon. Wing Knight has that big kind of bat thing. What does Siren have? You know, what kind of creature, demon-y creature, would suit someone called Siren? Oh, you'll have to wait till the next level because I've finished a bit quickly. If you don't see it, Siren has a swan. A giant robotic swan. Let me just, little camera. Yeah, look. It's literally a giant swan. Right. Let me get you a better look at that by doing the full cutscene. Yep. Nothing will strike fear into the hearts of your foes more than giant swans. So that ending is pretty neat.
I'll get by.
By with what? I've only committed 1 murder today, but I'll get by.
Beginning. Nice.
Mercutio!
Nice. Just beginning. Nice.
Oh, so I'm just realised her cape is literally like a solid object because they couldn't, obviously, it's the Wii, they couldn't have material physics, so it's just like a solid lump of plywood on her back. That's amazing. That is actually the best thing ever. She just has a solid cape. I mean, if you're in a fight, the solid cape would probably be quite useful. Good luck stabbing you through your solid cape. Yeah, again, the sword's like wide swing means why would I bother using the very short range punch when I can just go and not have to worry really about. There we go. You can hit people on the floor. Ah, what? I like that move. When she shouts "you," it's like more like this. How she does it more looks like she's just spotted someone coming in like late at night, as opposed to, you know, is literally trying to attempt to stab someone. Get swanned. Ah, the power of the swan.
You still got a long way to go.
Nowhere to go, you're dead. Defeat all enemies within the field. We all like a good field. Defeat enemies in this dockyard location. Like, lads, I know the show had a really low budget, so you can only afford like 2 outdoor sets. But in the game, you don't have to stick to that. You can make like an extra set. Like, you can at least reskin a couple of the buildings.
Just beginning. Nice. Nice.
Okay, here we go.
Just beginning.
Oh wow, her. Ooh, a bit of an emulation issue on the cape actually, so maybe it does have material physics. Like if you look at the shadings a bit off, that might be because of how I've had to render this to make it pick up by OBS. Because the Wii games in general are always a bit hard to stream unless you're using a direct line for a capture card, which I don't have. But this one was a real bugger. There we go.
Nice. Nice.
I keep thinking that's a crate full of melons, but it's actually trash bags.
Just like old times.
Ah, yes, old times we used to run around alleyways stabbing people. Oh. Well, that sucks. That's a dumb... I guess that's how you make the time limit matter, but... Defeat the opponent without using cards. Who needs cards when you've got a sword? Though again, some of these additions, like, I get extra health and extra damage to the opponent's fine. Oh, good. That was fun.
I'll take you on.
This is why Kamen Rider Scissors is a meme hero in Japan.
Just beginning.
Like, also, one thing I realised when I was testing this game, actually, I tested this out, is even in fights like this where it says, oh, don't use cards, you still can use them, but you'll just fail immediately for doing so, which I'm not a particular fan of. Like, if you're gonna have an auto-fail thing, just don't let me do it. Like, for the, oh, you can't block challenge, I can't block, so... Oh, guard vent mode permanently. So this is one we struggled with last time. But yeah, like, yeah, if I can't do it, don't give me the option to do it just to... What is that grapple thing? Is there a way of... No, it's not. See, for those of you curious, this is the combos in the game. Just everything is there's like no like fireballs or anything like that. Oh right, you can't block when he's doing a full combo. The CPU can block you sometimes. The fact he doesn't get stunned is so annoying because it means that this happens. Like, I can't. Yeah, blocked apparently doesn't work. Like, if you've actually hit something recently. So, I guess I just have to have the card that locks him out. No, he can knock you straight back. Game? So one punch knocks me out of mine, but he can be slashed. Oh, because he's not staggered by anything. I'm not sure how you're meant to do this unless you just have the card that blocks out his card. To main menu. Yeah. Like, I'm not sure how I'm meant to block that without having the access to that card. Oh well. Let's quickly do... I'm not sure how I even say that. All the cards I've got so far are for characters I haven't used. So I'm not sure how, like, no. What's the story? When fighting against Xanax, Kit found his enemy too powerful and did not know how to defeat him. Case handed Kit a card to activate Survive mode, giving him more power at the cost of his energy. With this power in hand, Kit went to defeat Xanax once and for all. Like, I'm not entirely sure how I unlock cards. 'Cause I presumed originally the idea would be, hey, when you use a character you unlock cards for them, but apparently not. Oh. Also, it's kind of a bit weird for me that Survive is like its own thing. Like, I get it's a form. I don't know. Feels like it'd be much cooler to have that be something Dragon Knight can enter into, like, as a gameplay mechanic rather than being a totally separate character. Maybe I can. It said I unlocked the Survive card, but I haven't got it in my thing. That little jumping kick is so silly looking. Like, it's so weird looking as a move. Can keep pushing forward here. Ah, that's how you dodge being killed by a super move. I'm not sure how I feel about them being so easy. It's like so weak yet so easy to knock out of. Like, I'd get that if they actually were like proper kill moves, but they feel very hard to use properly. But not in like a good way, I guess. Ah, that's what you say when you're slowly dying because of your suit. I win! Defeat all enemies in the field. I bet it told you that twice. Yeah, no, I think that it is a thing, is that characters with the sword are just so much nicer in these segments because they have that wider hit arc. Meaning, A, enemies are way easier to defeat because of it. 2, it means you don't miss as much. Like, so even if you're not perfectly aligned, you still get a few hits off. So don't just run backwards, like run one way, run the other way, to the window, to the wall. Is not great. Like, if you do a beat 'em up section, at least make it like a proper beat 'em up stage where you go from A to B instead of just running back and forth down an alleyway. Yeah, so basically, yeah, so I'm still considering how the cards in this game work, because like mechanically, is really, of the ones we've seen, Guard Vent seems like it'd be hilariously powerful. And the other one that seems that you need is the one that blocks out another card, so you can block out the enemy's Guard Vent. Oh god, here we go. I'm trying to get how I beat this, because I can't... Because all of my moves have wind-up. Because... It's like, if you're not stunned by moves... Like, if you're not stunned, then... There, I guess that's how you do it. Just... So what I was doing next, I just realised, is that you get energy for doing attacks, even if those attacks don't hit. So Basically, during whenever he's on the ground, I have to just keep swinging like a lunatic. In the vain hope that I can build up enough before he comes up to me again, block a few more hits, then advent. Repeat until... Ooh, that can't be how the devs want you to do that. Or is it just you can't get past that guy until you've grinded a couple of... Unless their plan was literally you grind that first area until you unlock the card to block him going guard vent? Or guard vent yourself? I don't know. Like, mechanically, these cards seem weird to me. They don't feel needed. They start you off with effectively the most powerful card. Oh, I'm low on health. Oh, right, my health carries over. Did I go back the wrong way? Nope. I took too much damage in that last fight, I think. And I wasn't thinking. I was trying to put my own thoughts of cards. Oh, that little kick. Like, I'm not sure if it's obvious when you're watching, but it's so slow. Like, it feels like it's in slow motion. Which would be great if it was, but everyone else is still moving at full speed. Boing. Boing. Okay, and punch him. Well, oh, one more left. Now we're on this way. Oh, I'm wondering if this is it because I'm not hitting these. Like, I've got to hit a certain point from spawn. I'm just not hitting it, so I have to go back and find the ones I haven't spawned. No, that can't be it, surely. It'd be so silly if it was. One more set, hopefully. There they are. Oh god. That was a thing. Oh. Who your opponent without using cards? Who do we have to fight? Camera. That's not too hard. Let's use our little slow kick of doom. I do quite like that if you do punch like at the exact same time, you'll get kind of an animation for it. There's a really nice in one of the Kamen Rider fighting games. I can't remember which one it is. You get the grind it out thing where if you both hit at the same time, there's a button mash minigame instant starts and you sort of push each other's like push back against each other until one of you breaks through, which I quite like. That feels very thematic. But here it just knocks you off and frees you both up to hit again. Enemies. There's a field of them. Have you considered killing them all? I mean, just because I'm running around this warehouse district punching these things, it makes me look less like a superhero and more like the militant wing of OSHA. Oh, your ladders. Your ladders aren't properly secured. You know what that means? Someone's getting a slap. The safety dragon has come. Is he dead? Oh no. He just looked dead. The safety dragon has come to make sure you're up to code. That kick really... Yeah, no. Basically, my pro tip for this game, if you want to go pro, because obviously this will be at Evo at some point, is swords. They make the game infinitely more playable. And infinitely easier. And means you don't feel like you're moving through molasses. God, I hate to see how bad this would have been with motion controls. There's a Wiimote in this house somewhere, but I actually love myself too much to want to attempt on it. Chop, 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 chop. Yeah, so now I've realised that I can just swing and get power for it. I'm just tapping the button. Like, there literally is no point me... Oh, there he is. There's no point me really aiming. I just keep tapping and I'll keep getting supers for it and then use those to just flush the area. Nah. Oh, there he is. Oh, there's more somewhere. Oh. Wait, what are they all spawning from this side? What? What? Come on, there you are. These just the strags. These guys turn up late, is that it? They didn't realise they were on shift for alleyway punching duty and so just turned up to the fight late. Treat my opponent with an advent, okay. Yeah, I do. Oh. I always like it when fighting games add teleports to characters because they either are broken as all hell or don't do really anything of note. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a fighting game where the teleport is actually like functional, like good, and you know actually is more useful than just punching. Because Dalsim's Yoga teleport's all right, but I know I've seen some revisions of the Street Fighter, some versions where it really isn't that hard. Just like you can immediately fireball when he comes around. So there we go. Mortal Kombat famously had, was it Scorpion who could do it? I remember that the AI in that game could actually hit you during the teleport. They'll just immediately hit you when you come out of it. Some of these animations, man. Now what? You just committed a felony by beating someone with your vehicle. Now what is you turn yourself into the police. Gosh. Kids, the Dragon Knights. What? How do I get to the boss? Someone help. How do I get to the boss? I only have 500 seconds to save the world. do quite like how enemies ragdoll when they're knocked away. That's quite nice. Except they do it only sometimes, any certain moves. The rest of the time they just fall to their knees kind of weirdly. Keep going. And more dragoning. Is that him done? No. This guy was just standing behind me, just waiting, I guess. Oh god, it sends me to floor 1. Ugh. Also, I just realised I have to go through that to get to the boss, right? Yeah, I broke my own thing there, but I don't think this guy is beatable with a... Can I go around another way, or is it just, that's it now? I'm getting the overwhelming feeling that might be it now. Like I have to go through that one route, and that means having to beat him again. The difficulty spike on that one fight, just because you can't stun and then... Yeah. Like, just because you can't stun your enemy, it means you can't do half your moves. So again, like these fights, it's literally just that one fight becomes really awkward because, again, no stun block means no combos, means they can push through all your moves and just beat the crap out of you during your... Oh, God, it does amuse me that even the AI struggles to hit their final vent. Because it's just so easy to knock you out of it, or just... It's such a short-range grab, so you've got to be right next to someone to do it. God.
I think I'm getting better.
Oh, it's okay. So I just have to fail that and then... Let's see if I can get back there. If not... If I get back there and find that the way to that... Oh, wait. No shit. Requirements. What's the requirements again? I've immediately forgotten. Oh, they're at the bottom, right. Defeat your opponent with a final vent. Well, the difficulty just really kicked up. What? The enemy are now... Does it knock you into hard mode when it sends you back? I literally... Has the game gone to a higher difficulty or something? Like, I literally couldn't get a hit off there. Ah. Like, he can just string that... Oh, has he got... Oh man, so I guess this is just a case of... Oh, didn't want to continue. Balls. Also, fighting games where they give people guns. Always fun. I just have to stand here because I can't... Yeah. Fighting games where they give people guns is always fun because, of course, that means... If the AI decides it wants to... Oh, I can just... Oh, it's in this area. Okay, so look at where the boss is. The only way to get to that boss segment was to go back to the start. That is so silly. Yeah, I think this accident thing is just the AI is now at the hard difficulty level, so good luck doing anything because the AI... Okay, there we go. There we go.
Don't feel too bad.
Don't feel too bad, even though I just kicked you in the face. Okay, now I've got to defeat my opponent. Oh. Talk! Ah, fun. Oh, Talk, it's been a while. That was the cheapest way I could have won that. I really wasn't talking. I was so concerned about how cheap could I make that victory, and that was the cheapest way to win. Just slowly back away from him. Oh, I'm going to do this with 0 health, aren't I? Oh, I've got some.
Fight.
Let's see. Use my little stupid spinning back kick. I do not get why that's one of his moves. It's so silly looking. Also, I think it sends people off in like totally random directions. There we go, and more punches. Nope. No, oh wait, there we go. Yeah, more crowd control would be really nice. I'm not gonna get it. Yeah, I'm gonna be also running really low on time. If I hit him, I wasn't even aiming for him. There we go. Let's try and final vent him. Let's see if this. Let's see if we can end this fight on a, you know, actual climax instead of just punching. Yep, run him over.
Now what? You.
Nope. Where is he? Did that kill him? But not everyone else. Oh! Literally, I got done because I just... Do you know what? Can I trigger everyone else? I'm going to trigger everybody. Oh, the game sort of saw that and immediately put a load of guys in my way. It's going to run past everyone. Hey! Oh, listen, when they appear in, they will suck you towards them a little bit to get some early hits in. Let's now try and final vent everybody together. Final venting time. This seemed to clear off people last time. Ah, because he can just hit you while you're... That's the problem. He can hit you while you're doing cutscenes or other things because he has cards. No, let me block. keep repeatedly just using my dragon here. I keep getting to talk because I'm trying to like keep an eye out where everything is and trying like so hard to control, to try and get some kind of. Oh, one more. Oh, there's some health. No, let me have the camera. Camera. Also, I can hear footsteps repeatedly in this game, and it makes it very hard to place where people are. Because they're always like, all of them are making these little noises. Where are they? Nice health. No. Oh, I took so much damage in that one trying to set my final vent off. Crap. Not sure how this is going to go. I probably am already out. My big shooty dragon is going to zoom through. See if how many people this takes out. Probably not enough. Where'd he go? No. This is just not enough health. Not enough health to do that at all. So that difficulty has picked up, but it's very hard to aim what you're doing. Okay, have I got any... Before we end, have I got any card... No. Who have I got cards for? Why do I keep getting cards for people I'm not using? Transforms into the... That's neat. I'm very confused. Like, I would presume that I would unlock cards for characters I'm using, but apparently I'm not. I'm just unlocking cards for people I'm beating, maybe? Well, then how do I unlock... Wait there. Wait there. If I play as someone non-heroic, will I get...
Select your character.
Let's go.
Select your card.
Camo! Grant Stanley was underground martial arts looking to build his reputation. Xanax gave him a job. He later became good because, yeah. Ow! Okay, so if I beat him, would I get a card?
Fight.
Also, I mean, he's got kicks. Give him that. He's got legs for days.
Who's next?
I don't know who's next. Now. Did I unlock a card from that? Oh. Okay, so you unlock cards for people you beat. So that means then, yeah. So that means you don't unlock cards for the... God, that's an... No, I don't want to use this card. That's a very odd choice. Like, even though the cards are kind of useless, that's a very odd choice. I would presume, like, why unlock cards for people you're not using? I'd much prefer a level up system where I get to, like, get the cards for the character I'm playing as. Oh well. I think we're done for this for the day. 2 hours of Dragon Knight is more than enough. 2 hours of Dragon Knight. More than enough. That's it. Very odd game. Very odd game. Very odd controls. Not sure if it wants to be a fighter or Dynasty Warriors and doesn't really pull off either that well. I should do more Kamen Rider games on here at some point. It's on the list of things. But thank you for tuning in today and hope you have a lovely day.